We are here with Americana singer-songwriter Luke Elliot, and this is Modern for Modern Frequency. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. How comfortable are you with the Americana label?
With the Americana label?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just labeled you Americana, so you better be comfortable with it.
Right. No, I noticed. Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, people always label things kind of the way that they hear it, and everybody's perception is different, so it doesn't bother me at all. I like a lot of Americana music.
Okay. Do you think there will ever be a resurgence in this type of music?
Well, I think we're noticing quite a resurgence in it now. I mean, there are lots of artists that are kind of trying to do this like folk or Americana type of thing. A lot of it's, I think, a little more pop-driven than what it is that I'm doing. But I do notice a lot of upcoming artists, kind of trying to make it in that particular field.
Like who?
Well, I mean, artists that like I really, love. Like, I noticed a lot of Bruce Wainwright. I love Bruce Wainwright. He's really got kind of that folk Americana thing going on. And we still have a lot of older artists that are still doing it. In Nick Cave and PJ Harvey, and I actually just saw a couple years ago Merle Haggard with Dylan, and a lot of the guys that I kind of look up to and admire,
Right.
That are still putting out great work.
Still doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, it seems like we're being led into a female music industry, pop artist kind of thing. Taylor Swift. I don't know if you're familiar with all these artists that are out there right now.
I do know Taylor Swift.
Well, Taylor Swift.
I live under a rock half the time.
Demi Lovato. It's all female-led driven right now. Does that make it harder for you to get in there, or what's your opinion on
It's much easier to look at women. I don't really, I'm not an expert on like music trends, like why things are kind of going the way that they are. I just like to see good artists. I'm not too familiar with Taylor Swift.
She was country, now she's going pop.
Yeah. I can't really speak too much on her because I don't know that much of her. But I did notice her at the VMAs, and she seemed to have some good stuff to put out there.
Okay. What song of the provisions at EP do you hold more closely to your mind?
All of them, I guess. A lot of those songs were written over a few years, several different time periods. So they all have a kind of particular way of resonating with me. I like them all for different reasons. Benny the Bomb was featured in the film, and we were so lucky to have that win an award. And I think when it kind of, when I boil it down, I would say Ballad of a Priest and To Feel Your Love have a particular kind of place with me. Ballad of a Priest really seems to kind of sum up what it is that I'm doing. Kind of conflicting imagery and religious tones that I seem to, for some reason, always deal with. And then To Feel Your Love, has a space of a very odd relationship that I was in for a long time before I moved up here, and has a flow that I really like.
Okay. How long did it take you to record and write the EP rather?
Is it finished? No, I'm just kidding.
I hope it's finished.
Yes.
It's out right now, right?
Yes. No, it feels like it's still going on. It was, because we spent such a long time promoting it and kind of getting it out there. I'd say that we spent maybe a period of a month recording it. It actually didn't take that long to record, and we weren't recording every day. It took a long time to mix the record properly. These guys, Ian and Jeff, that I were working with, really nice guys. They had a whole bunch of different sounds in mind, so it was taking a little bit to get the exact sound down. So I'd say we spent about 2 or 3 months mixing it together. There were a whole bunch of revisions that I had. I think I made them insane. I tend to be very hands-on with these things.
Perfectionist almost.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I kind of, for me, I always want to make sure that it sounds as close to what I would like it to sound as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have the technical ability to sit there and do it myself. You know, I'm not a mixer. But you know, there were just a ton of revisions, a ton.
But that was in the mixing process.
Yes. Yeah.
And you find the mixing process a little bit more tedious?
I can't stand it.
You don't like it?
But it's absolutely necessary. You know, I really, I'd rather be touring and playing and writing music and creating. Yeah. But you know, if things aren't mixed properly, you know, you don't get a product you want. There's always this sense of kind of like sadness when you leave a studio anyway. You know, like there's something you could have done differently. You could have done, you know, something the other way, and you know, it takes a lot of time to kind of sort that out. I think. So,
how have you grown since your 2011 debut EP?
Since Death Will It Up, that's a good question. I hope I've grown a little bit. I mean,
a couple of years since then, right? Between EPs.
Yeah. I mean, you know, typically artists used to just put out, you know, they weren't always full length albums, so they'd be snippets and singles and stuff like that. And I would have had a lot more out there. It was just a matter of money, you know, trying to find the funding for it. I think that I've become a little more hardened to the way that things work since I originally started. You know, my whole life's changed drastically since this album came out. It got really good press, and you know, I signed with new management, and you know, now affiliated with Primary Wave. Just, you know, all these things have happened. So my whole life has become about this, whereas before I kind of felt like it wasn't something that I was pursuing full time, you know. So I mean, I'm in it all the way now, so it's a bit different. It just feels like my whole life revolves around.
Right, well, check out Luke Elliot next Saturday at The Bitter End, and I want to thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we're going to see a piece of him on the piano.
I woke up this morning, the blues tied me to the bed. I did dream the day away, my tears turned to lead, and a guitar plays softly in a window that I know. The smile burned deep now, deep as it can go. Heaven's full of sadness, as I think of you in the spring. And I'm full of fiery madness. Got nothing left for to sing. The fixtures set in their places. I've gotta shake the dust off, and my house is made up of things I sure hope won't get lost. But I stand under your